Hi guys, welcome to PCN's channel. We're going to look at Skyrim Special Edition. Now I've been playing around with the settings and the resolutions on this. I tried running it at 1600p, it just wasn't having it. Then I tried going for the next lowest one, which was the option, which was 1200p. Again, it was just playing up. It was playing up again at 1050p. I don't know what the issue is, but I'm not going to go in depth to have a look at it. So it's worked straight out when I've gone to 1280 by 800, which to be fair is probably the resolution that I would run it at. So let's just start a new game, and I'll put everything on high instead of ultra. But if it does hold 60 FPS on high, we'll try going ultra on that resolution. Obviously, if it dips below that, then I'm not going to try that. But let's see how Skyrim Special Edition looks. So I can't remember if we can skip this or not. I mean, who hasn't played Skyrim? Everyone must remember this ride, you know. So what may appear to be a doom. Okay, I'm gonna go over to the capture card. Right, so we're on Skyrim Special Edition, 1920 by 1080p, all the settings on high. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a driver issue or I don't know whether the game's badly optimized, but there's something that's kind of sometimes creating it in a funny window. Okay, this is the best that we've got. So let's do this and let's start a new game. So just to be clear, I'm just gonna go to the machine, make sure that boost is on. Yep. So we've got boost on. There's sorry, that squeaking sound. That's my chair. Maybe I need to WD-40 it or something. Can make that squeaky sound. So we are playing this on 1080p and we're playing this all on high settings. So let's see how this goes, and if need be, we will lower it after. Okay, so we're kind of getting 30 plus FPS here. Still amazed by how powerful Iris graphics are. Now obviously I've spoilt myself. I've actually ordered the GPD Win Max 2021 edition, which has a i7 1195G7 inside, so it should outperform the OneXPlayer by a slight amount. You know, the 1165 in this is a beast. I'm absolutely amazed by what it can do. There's the first time I'm starting the special edition. I did have I've got the legendary edition on Steam, I think, and I think I've got this for the Switch as well, as it was one of the kind of early games that was a little something, you know. So we can't skip this. So what I'll do is I'll come back once the game's kind of started. Oh, look at that! Look at this. The sky looks very nice. Okay. Hey, it's me. I'm the new kid on the block. If you remember who New Kids on the Block were, then you're too old. Oh, there goes my dragon. Here he comes. The frame rate killer. Okay. Come on. Follow him. Okay, so we got a dragon here. Oh. Alright, my guy's on fire, so ah, look at that, huh? Bit of dragon fire breath can kill the frame rate from 40 to 30 quite easily. Where do I go now? Oh, do I go out here? I think I do go out here. No, we don't want to go that way. Hey, buddy, show me the way.
Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius to join the defense.
Come on, where we going? Wee.
Stay close to the wall.
Wee.
Quickly, follow me. It's you and me, prisoner. Stay close.
Where is that dragon? Oh, it's there. Ah. Oops.
Fine. I hope that dragon takes you all to Sovngarde. With me, prisoner. Let's go.
Okay, so as we go indoors, the frame rate might actually go higher. What I should have actually done is made a save just before the dragon got here, and carried on from there. So as you can see indoors, your frame rate is going to go higher. So if you wanted to play at 1080p high settings indoors, look at that. It's you know, kind of touch like 50, 56, almost 60 frames per second. I'm sure it'll go a lot higher as we go inside.
Just like the children's stories and the legends.
Okay, yada yada yada.
We better get moving. Come here. Let me see if I can get those bindings off.
Okay, so let's go back and change the settings. Hopefully I've got a save there.
He won't be needing it anymore.
What do you see?
Okay guys, we are running this at 1080p. Oops, wind my controller. The vibration, 1080p on medium settings now. Let's see what the frame rate is saying. So I've made the save a little bit further now. I don't know what will happen in my editing. You want to see some of the stuff I consider boring. So, what's going on here? Okay, I thought it crashed for a minute. It hasn't. Okay, so yeah, so we've gone from 1080p high settings to 1080p medium, and you know we should see an improvement in the frame rate. Ah. Oh, hey, dragon. We've got nice weather here in London today, and quite bright in my room. Okay, so we've still not much of a difference in frame rate, if I'm completely honest. So not a lot between high and medium. Maybe a couple of frames, but nothing significant. I'm interested to see what 1080p low will be like. But I'm thinking, you know, to get that 60 FPS fluid thing, we're gonna have to resort down to 1280 by 800 or 1280 by 720. So 800p or 720p is what might be the benchmark for playing and maintaining that 60 frames per second. I have to say that the introduction for Skyrim it's just epic. Like, what a game, you know, and what an intro. Okay, so I do think the frame rate is a little higher. You know, nothing immense, but you know, hovering 40. So let's just quickly go inside. And oops, where is inside? Oh, here we go. And just to see if that kind of shoots up to 60, because we were nearly touching 60 at some parts, weren't we? Okay, yeah, so it's definitely a little bit better as far as frame rate goes.
was a dragon. No doubt.
Right, so
Like the children
let's go. I'm gonna exit the game, come back in, and we're gonna do 1080p low to see, you know, how much better the frame rate is.
Come here. Let me see if
What do you see?
Okay, guys, we are back. So we are on 1080p low, and look at that! Wow. So as soon as we put it onto low, outside there is where we were kind of hovering around the 40 mark. We're nearly hovering at the 60 mark. So bear in mind, you know, I've got full bells and whistles on. I've got turbo on. I'm sparing absolutely nothing. So you know, this is we're looking at the kind of highest power as I usually play on mains. Obviously, sacrifices can be made to get a better battery life. Yeah, okay. But let's go up here. Let's run the game. Let's go up the stairs.
what is that thing? The legends be true? Just need to
There we go. Okay, so yeah, frame rate is definitely better when we put it on low. You know, a much better experience. And again, you know, when you're playing it on a small screen, you don't notice it as much when you're playing it on a big screen. So I'm very interested in seeing what the lower resolutions will bring.
stay that way. Gunnar, take care of the boy. I have to find General Tullius and join the defense. God's guide you, Headball.
Still, as I know I keep saying it like a broken record, I'm amazed at how far handheld gaming has come, you know. The fact that what we could only dream of at one point, you know. Having this running this good in the palm of your hand. I know the Nintendo Switch has it, but it runs at 30 FPS and it's not actually a bad experience on the Switch, I have to say. You know, but this is just a superior experience.
Out of my way.
Okay, so indoors, I imagine it would just be 60. It shouldn't dip, but let's see. Okay, yeah, so indoors we'll hit that 60. All right, so I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna change the resolution, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, we are back. So we are now playing on. Whoops. Pardon the vibration again. So we're playing this on 720p and ultra settings, which is it's still going to look absolutely great on the screen. You could effectively even the 1280 by 800. Oh, look at that! So we're playing at 720p, ultra settings. If this holds 60. I'm not even going to go and do another test. You know, if you want to lower it, then go ahead and lower it. But look, it has dipped there, so we will definitely go lower just to see, you know, if we can get that constant 60 FPS without fail. Obviously, you know, for your unit, if you are thinking of playing this game, you know, you can experiment more. You can, you know, you can settle for a balance of you know, lower TDP. So maybe you can play it without the boost, and you know, you might be able to have it on 720p and low or 800p and low, and you might find that 20 watts you are hitting 60 FPS. Does look kind of scary, doesn't he? Or she?
Quickly, follow me.
Okay, sorry, I'll stop looking at the frame rate there and actually started looking at the environment, but it's looking good. 720p ultra settings. Very nice. Again, you know, if you're a kind of person that's going to play on mains, then you're good. You know, you're good to play. I'm a guy that plays on mains. If I take my unit to work and play on my break, I'm close to mains. If I play at home, you know, I've got my charger always near me. I'm near an outlet. You know, I've got a friend who one of my GPD win friends. the gentleman I sold my Win 1 to. We both ended up getting a Win 2. We stayed in contact. And he's actually got the Iron Neo, but he's a guy that plays it a lot on batteries, so battery life is very, very important to him. That's not necessarily the case for me. Okay, so we know indoors it shouldn't even move from 60 now, surely. Okay. All right, let's try it. Let's try it on a lower one anyway. Let's go for high settings.
What do you see?
Okay, guys, we are back again, and yeah, I've turned the vibration off this time, so won't be disturbed. So we are now on 720p and high, and yes, looking good. Not really moving off that 60. You know, I don't really consider 59 a movement. You know, I see that happen a lot, even on powerful PCs, and you know, like games that will never go below 60. So yeah, let's go. Okay, it's looking solid. Again, remember, I am playing this with Turbo on. So what I might do after, for the sake of experimentation, is play it with Turbo off. Just put it on 720p, maybe put it on low, turn the Turbo off, and see what we get. You know, for those that are concerned about, you know, it's still looking good, playing at 60 FPS and kind of getting the maximum bang for your buck for the battery. So yeah, this looks like it's not going to dip below 60, so I'm not going to go to any of the lower settings on boost. I'm just going to go next to I think 720p low boost off, and see if we can get 60 FPS at 20 watts. Still looks good. Okay, so I shall return with boost off and everything low to see, you know, how well it runs.
What do you see?
Okay, guys, we are back. I have turned boost off, so it should be limiting it to 20 watts. But I think what you see up there is total system power for everything combined. So yeah, we've got this on 720p low. Boost is turned off, and let's see if this now hits 60 now that we've you know, taken away some of the power. So here we go. Now we're running at like 19 watts, 19.5 watts. So yeah, let's see what happens. You know, this will be your best battery saver option. You know, without actually, you know, running a script or running a command to limit the TDP to something lower. So again, you know, for those guys that are going to play it on battery a lot, if you're happy at playing at 30 FPS, I'm not sure if the game lets you limit the frame rate. You know, if it doesn't, you can always use you know, MSI Afterburner to limit it, or a third-party program, or you know, you could just lower the TDP to like maybe 15 watts or even lower. That may just lower your frame rate a little bit, but ultimately give you better battery life. So it's down to your choice really. But if you were playing this, you know, vanilla everything like I'm doing, you haven't got boost on, you put it on 720p and you put it on low, it looks like you are getting that nice and lovely 60 FPS. Like there's not really any dips there. There's only that, look, 59, and it's gonna go 60. Maybe it's gonna dip as low as 58. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a consistent gaming experience, you know. If it dipped down to like 50 or 55 even, you'd be like, okay, it's dipping. But it looks like it's running absolutely fine on that.
It's you and me, prisoner.
So again, you know, what you can do is experiment. So you can go, okay, so if it's doing this, can I put it up on medium? Is it going to suck much more power? You know, what's the deal, Squill? Are we going to be able to do something? But yeah, that's looking good. But the effects, everything, the fires, everything looks superb. Even though we're playing this on, you know, what maybe not frame rate wise, but graphical and resolution wise, the absolute floor for this game. But it still looks amazing, man. Like, for such an old game. I know this is the special edition that's been re-released, but it really does look good. Yeah, guys, let's go inside and see our guy there. That's gonna break my chains. Yeah, I'll end the video here. I hope you liked it. If you do enjoy the content, consider subscribing. A like is appreciated, so drop me a like if you like. Until next time, guys, PCN out.